Hello my friends and welcome back to another monthly reset routine. Today we are resetting for the month of April. Spring is officially here. Nobody can judge us now and say that we are getting excited about a season too early because spring has sprung. You already know the drill. Get yourself a tea, a coffee, and let's sit down and reset for the month of April. A little March recap. March was a very nice month. Nothing crazy happened. As always, it was a typical month for me, which I am grateful for and I am thankful for. I just want to live a quiet, chill life, you know? I don't want anything extravagant. I don't want any chaos in my life. I read good books, I ate good food, I chilled, I relaxed, worked hard, worked out, and just enjoyed life, pretty much. We still have a few days for March to end. I have also a couple of exciting outings to go to because one of my good friends has her birthday in a few days, and also my sister has her birthday very soon as well. So I feel like March is going to end in a very nice way. Celebrating people I love and just romanticizing life. You know me, I love to romanticize every single thing. So let's have a look on our March goals. I feel like this is the first month in a while that I hit all of my goals. But let's have a look at them together, just to make sure that I hit every single one of them. The first goal was to get a haircut, which I did. And I also did end up getting bangs, and I don't know why I get bangs. I don't know how to style them. I think it's because I don't have a small round brush with which I can straighten them with the blow dryer and the brush. I'm using my straightener to style my bangs and I think that it doesn't look okay, but it's fine. Seriously, I'm not gonna worry and freak out about my hair. This is not me. Creating drama out of hair? No, maybe when I was younger, but even back then, I don't think that I used to do that. Next goal, apartment spring cleaning. I did do that. I did indeed clean my apartment, and also I filmed myself doing that spring cleaning session. I will have that video linked down below. Bake something, I did that as well, and I also filmed it. It is included in that same vlog that I was doing the spring cleaning. Workout 3 times a week. Drum roll please. This is the first month in I feel like forever that I achieved this goal. I worked out 3 times a week every single week. We do have a few days left, but I have been on top of my workouts. I feel like I'm going to end my March strong, workout wise. Get fresh flowers. I did do that as well, and I made sure to get a type of flower that I can keep for months and months, if not forever. Do you see these flowers? These flowers have dried out and I can keep them for as long as I wish. The lady working at the florist told me that I could just not put them in water and they would immediately dry out, and that's what I did. I put them in the vase with no water. They have dried out. I mean, their color is not as bright and vibrant as it was when I bought them, but they're still looking very pretty, and I think that I will just keep them here for spring, for summer as well, and then we will see. So these were my March goals. I did pretty well. I achieved every single one of them. That's why I love setting simple goals for myself, guys. It gives us a boost when we achieve our goals. And I love setting realistic goals because I know that it is easier for me to achieve them, and that will make me feel so good. The end of the month arrives. I have hit my goals. I'm feeling good. I'm gaining confidence, and then I can achieve harder goals as well. But anyways, these were my March goals. I am ready to write down my April goals, and I will be right back to share them with you. Also, let me know down in the comments some of your new goals. I always love to read them. And let's write down our April goals. Okay, let's go through my April goals. First things first, during April, we have Easter. Orthodox Christians are celebrating their Easter. When it comes to Easter here in Greece, you buy gifts for your God, children. I have 2 godsons and I'm gonna get them their gifts, but I don't want to get them last minute when all the stores are open and everybody is chaotically trying to buy their last minute presents. It's not as hectic as Christmas, I think, but still it can get pretty busy. So I want to get their presents earlier so I avoid the crowds and the chaos. Then my second goal is to book a doctor's appointment, and specifically I want to go to the gastroenterologist. It is called gastroenterologos in Greek. I'm having stomach issues when I'm eating dairy, and I have been avoiding lactose the past few years, but I feel like lately more foods have started bothering my stomach, upsetting my stomach, so I need to go to the doctor. I need to go to the doctor. Enough is enough. I need a professional opinion by a doctor, so I know what I can eat, what I can't eat, what diet I should follow. The doctor will give me the solution. My third goal is to continue the vacation planning. I have mentioned before that we are planning on taking a trip abroad this year. During March, we kind of paused that, but during April, we need to step it up. I think we will take this trip during summer, and it's better to book things in advance and not last minute. Especially the flights, they tend to get very expensive if you book them last minute, so I gotta continue my vacation planning. Then the next goal is to finally get a bookshelf and organize it. There is no more space in these cabinets for more books. I have started piling books everywhere, and I think that I will get a pretty big bookshelf, and I'm pretty sure that I won't fill it up, but slowly and steadily through the years it will get full. I'm very excited about it. I have been wanting to get a bookshelf for the longest time, and I think that the time has finally arrived. My next goal is to continue a book series. I am still in the middle of plenty of series. I know that I filmed recently a video of me continuing series that I am in the middle of, but still I am in the middle of plenty more, so I need to continue at least one of those. And then my last goal is to stretch 5 times per week. I need to stay on top of my stretching because there are some days that I'm not stretching. So I want to at least stretch 5 times a week to make sure that my body is moving in the best way possible. So these were my April goals. Don't forget to let me know some of your goals down in the comments. And let's have a look at my April mood board. I made it this morning. I think it looks very cute. So let's have a look at it. Alright, so this is my April mood board. It took me a minute to create it. I wasn't satisfied with the color scheme, but I was like, F it, I've been working on it for 1 hour now. It looks fine, it looks good. The important thing is that I like the pictures, they are inspiring, they mean something to me, and that's all that matters. Some months I feel like my mood boards look very nice and very aesthetic. I like the color scheme, but others I feel like they look kind of chaotic, and I feel like this month it low-key looks kind of chaotic, but it is fine. So I chose the first picture to be my reminder for my stretching. Then the second picture, I chose it for some vacation inspo. I just love the architecture that a lot of European buildings have. I feel like you can find some of the most beautiful architecture in Europe. I mean, obviously you can find it all over the world, but there is something about this type of building that you see in the picture that I just adore. It is my type of building. Pretty much. It is me in a building. If I was a building, this is how it would look like. Then of course we have some reading inspiration. I loved the third picture because I love the v-neck that the girl's top has and her necklace. And I love that she's wearing a cardigan, she's holding a mug, her books. You know me, I always gotta have some bookish type of picture in my mood board. Then I chose also some flowers because spring. The next picture I love with the teacup and the croissant and the little statues. I love these little statues for decor. They look stunning. I would love to get some for myself as well. Then the next picture, I like the girl's hair. I love braids, but I also wanted this picture to represent me being out and about in the city during spring when the weather will be warmer and I will maybe be able to start wearing lighter clothes. Nothing beats a good day out in the city, going cafe hopping, just walking around with your friends, with your partner, alone. It is just a good time. It is definitely one of the things that I love doing the most. And of course the last picture, I chose it because this month, like we said, I'm getting a bookshelf. I will organize it. I don't think that I will decorate it because buying decor and little pieces of decor will add up. It might be a bit expensive to get the bookshelf now and decorate it. Maybe I will start decorating it slowly. But this is my April mood board. What do we think? As I always mention, I have a book club on Fable, and if you don't want to read every single month with me the books that I choose for us to read, it is okay. You can just join us and just post pictures of your daily life, your cozy drink, the book that you are currently reading, or your monthly mood board, your vision board. I post my mood boards there earlier than I post my monthly reset routines. So if you want to join us, you can go over there. I use Fable pretty much as Instagram. I post some pictures of my daily life there instead of having an Instagram account. I don't post a lot of pictures, but I do post here and there. So if you want to join us, the link to my Fable book club will be linked down below. It is free, anybody can join. So that was my mood board, and let's hop to the next section of my monthly reset routine, which is my monthly reading wrap up. Let's talk about all of the books that I read during March, and I read some really good books during this month. So let's go through them. So I read Foxglove, which is book number 2 in the Belladonna series, and I loved it. I gave it 4.5 stars. I love the dark gothic energy that this book has. It also has a mystery that we are trying to solve, and like in Belladonna, I couldn't decide who the murderer was. I was confused, but I was having the best time ever. I know that this series is not for everybody, but I freaking love it. It is a little bit spooky, so much fun. It has a little bit of romance. It has dark vibes. It is just straight up my cup of tea. I just love the Belladonna series, and I cannot wait to read Wisteria and Holly. Then I continued another series. I read the book Reckless, which is part of the Powerless series by Lauren Roberts. I gave Reckless 3.75 stars. I loved the interactions between our two main characters, but all in all, I feel like not much happened during this book. It was like we were going through Kass and Peyton's everyday routines. Some parts were a bit repetitive and a bit flat, but I did enjoy this book nonetheless. These two characters are really cute. I love them, and I cannot wait to see how the last book will end. I'm wishing for a happy ending for our sweet, cute couple here. I cannot accept anything less. Then I read on Kindle Her Spell That Binds Me. This is a sapphic witch romance book. It started super strong. I loved the energy of the book and the premise of the book. It is about a young witch that has a sick mom, and her mom's dying wish, let's say, is for her to attend this university where she will learn how to use her magic better. The university vibes, the school vibes, just perfect. Perfect. Gothic, dark academia. She meets a lot of other witches in that school, but I feel like from one point after, I think after 50% of the book, it started to drag. I feel like the book could have been a bit shorter. I ended up giving it 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed it, but I feel like it could have been a bit shorter and some scenes could have been left out. But maybe it's just me. Then I wanted to read a spring, fluffy, light little romance, and I read Love on the Scottish Spring Isle. I gave it 3.25 stars. It just wasn't something special. And I feel like that a lot of the times when it comes to romances. They're just okay and fun to read from time to time, but they don't really knock off my socks. Is that a phrase? I don't know if it is, but they're just not leaving an impact on me, nor am I too invested in these contemporary romances, except for Abby Jimenez's romances. Abby Jimenez knows how to write a good contemporary romance. But Love on the Scottish Spring Isle was fine. It was okay. It was about this girl that flees her wedding. She runs off on her wedding day in her wedding dress, and she decides to take an airplane and just get the hell out. She ends up in Scotland, in a Scottish isle, and there she meets our MMC. I was not really crazy about our MMC. Also, if you want more of my thoughts about this book, I read it in my spring refresh vlog that I have linked down below, so you can go ahead and watch that. But it was an okay book. It was fine. Then I read Circe, which was such a good book. I loved reading about Greek mythology again. The last time that I read about Greek mythology, I was a student in school, back in middle school and high school. So it was so much fun reading about all these characters that I was taught in school. Also, shout out to my friend Kass. This is one of her favorite books, and she actually gifted this book to me last year, but I finally read it this month and I loved it. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was such a journey. I love Circe's character. I feel for her. She has been treated poorly and she deserves the world. So 4.5 stars for Circe, and shout out to Kass for gifting me this book. Then I ripped my heart out, I threw it on the floor and I stomped on it by reading The Nightingale. 5 stars. This book is following two sisters during World War II. Do I need to say more? Everything that has to do with World War II affects me and it shakes me to my core. It makes me super upset. This was phenomenal. The writing was beautiful. I loved the two sisters and how different they were from one another. This was just too good and so sad. 5 stars. And then the last book that I read for March was The Favorites. Again, 5 stars. If you have watched my latest vlog, you know how much I loved this book. I will also have that vlog linked down below in case you haven't watched it. But this was phenomenal. I love books about athletes, seeing how determined they are and reading about their passion and seeing how much fire they have in them for the sport that they love. This was about Katerina, who is a figure skater. She has been figure skating since she was a little girl, and the book just takes us through her entire figure skating journey. There is a lot of drama in this book, a lot of toxic relationships. I could not put this down. It was such a page turner and it was one of the best books I have ever read. I know that a lot of people say that this is similar to Daisy Jones and the Six because it has also an interview format, and I couldn't agree more. And it also reminds me of Carrie Soto is Back. Katerina as a character reminded me a lot of Carrie. And I loved Carrie and I loved Katerina. I am obsessed with these women. They are full of flaws, yes, but they are so passionate and powerful and determined. Fantastic book. 5 stars. And now I will share my March favorites. I have a few favorites to mention. First of all, I went to the movies and I watched the Attack on Titan movie. Incredible, phenomenal, emotional. I love Attack on Titan so much. I will never get over this anime. It is the best anime ever created and it was so much fun seeing the last 2 episodes of this series in a movie form in the cinema. It was fantastic. Then I watched another anime, which is an anime movie, not a series. I watched it here at home with my partner. This anime is called Suzume and it was so good. It was so cute, and also one of the soundtrack songs from this anime is one of my favorites for this month. I have been listening to that song all the time. It is so beautiful. I firstly heard this song on Spotify and that's how I found the anime. My Spotify just popped up this song and I listened to it and I was like, this is magical, this is breathtaking. Which anime is it? And then I looked up the anime and I watched it and I love both the song and the anime itself. And the next few favorites are songs. Another song that I have been listening to all the time this month is We Hug Now by Sydney Rose. The lyric that says, sometimes I go to sleep and I'm still 17. I think that's what it says. My heart. I don't know what's up with me, but now that I'm reaching 30, my teenage years, I just reminisce my teenage years. I feel such huge nostalgia about my teenage years. And that lyric, that line just speaks to my heart. Then I have been listening to Want by Tana Rell. Fantastic song. This Is What Makes Us Girls by Lana Del Rey. I'm a huge Lana Del Rey fan. And then I have also been listening to Next Summer by Damiano David. Really good song, and also I loved the music video. It made me emotional. So that can be also added in my favorites list. Next Summer music video by Damiano. It has a very strong message to it. So if you want, you can go ahead and watch that music video. And that brings us to the end of this monthly reset routine. As always, thank you so much for watching, for liking my videos, for subscribing. It means the world. Also, if you have not liked the video so far, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like. It helps out my channel a lot. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, friends!